Hi guys, welcome to Empower Me by Masuda, and today's topic is building self-confidence. How do we build self-confidence? Now, the first way we build self-confidence is to do things that we are afraid of doing. So, if you are afraid of public speaking, then the more you engage in public speaking, it will help you to build self-confidence because you are going to enter a realm where you are doing things that you are afraid to do. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how we start our journey on building self-confidence and defeating this fear that we all have, all right? And I always go by the quote that courage is not the absence of fear. You will be fearful, and fear is something that we just cannot avoid in so much situations, but in order to build confidence, we have to do fearful things. We have to be in uncomfortable spaces, and we have to challenge ourselves and believe in ourselves and trust us. All right. Another way to build self-confidence is to acknowledge that failure exists. We cannot run from failure. It is going to be there from now until the day that we passed away and in our future generations. So failure is there to help us to grow and to help us to learn. And when we experience failure, we have to now ask ourselves, what did we learn from this experience? How can we then grow from this? And what is this trying to teach me? Because it is always there and it's always trying to teach us a lesson. Now, I'll draw from an example from me. When I had first started off as a guidance counselor, my first session, I was very scared. And I did not hit my students. I did not impact them the way that I wanted to in my first session, and I felt like a failure. And I then asked myself, what did I do wrong? What was some of the mistakes that I make? Because this was my first time being a guidance counselor in front of students, and I really had confidence in myself, but something I was doing wrong. And I recognized that I was not connecting with my students, and I had to now build on ways and learn ways to connect with my students. And through this failed experience, because I saw that my students was not engaged, they did not give me the feedback that I wanted, and I did not feel like I had accomplished my initial goal. So through this failed experience, I started to read. And this is another important point that you must remember. Even when you fail, you have to start learning from other person's experiences and kind of drawing from it in order to find out, where did you go wrong, and learn from that experiences. I failed plenty interviews before I got my first job. And by failing interviews, I got to understand the skills and competencies in passing an interview. And this is how I can actually go into interviews with much more confidence and much more and have a greater belief in myself, because I recognize that failure is what really grow me into this type of person who is confident in many instances. So it is very important when you build self-confidence, you welcome failure, you go headfirst into your fears and you face them. You make comments in your work meetings and you ask for that raise of pay, and you stand up and you make a contribution, because regardless of your academic background, or regardless of your gender, or regardless of any obstacle you may have in your mind, you have a valuable contribution to make, and you are very intelligent and important. So what you have to bring to the table is relevant. So this is how we build self-confidence. We go head first into these experiences. We also allow us to be mentored. Mentorship doesn't have to be from an actual person who is mentoring you physically. You can have online mentors, like a motivational speaker. I use many online mentors, and it really helps me to think differently. So mentorship allows you to grow, and it gives you so much different ways to think and to learn new content. And when you look at reading different books, like The Magic of Thinking Big, and you are told that you are to think big and large and to take massive action, All right, so this is how you build self-confidence. You take massive action and you go headfirst into your fears and you welcome that failure, because that, my dear, is a gift. Failure is a gift, and that is what I want you to take home from this message. I want you to encourage yourself to welcome these failed experiences. So I will see you next time for a more engaging conversation on more empowering ways to build you and to become a better you daily.